worry about the competition, but I'm getting there.
Don't steal my stuff, Sam. Don't steal it.
Hey, you
my thunder.
You were so good.
Oh,
I mean, the personality that you had, and the exuberance, and it really, the movie came to life every time you were on the screen.
Sweet. Yeah, no idea what that.
The truth. You were great.
You just made my day.
After this, you'll probably go legit someday and do some real good stuff.
Stop it.
I don't want you to worry.
All right. I just finished watching Fantastic Four, and I just wanted to say that it's still awesome. Here's the thing. I watched it twice. I watched it 3 days ago, and then tonight I was like, I want to watch it again because I said I want to watch it with critical eyes. Because the first time I watched it, I just watched it just like as a rewatch for fun. I haven't seen it in a long time, and you know, it's funny because when I hear people talk about Fantastic Four, I'm not gonna say it's everyone, but it's definitely split down the middle. I would say at least 50-50 or like maybe 60-40, you know, but I feel like everyone's in the middle most of the time I talk to people. And the thing is, when I hear someone say, or mainly in the media, I hear them say, oh, they never made a great Fantastic Four movie. I'm like, what are they talking about? They made two great ones. I don't know about the second one. The second one I still believe is still pretty good, but I haven't rewatched it. I'm going to rewatch that again soon. But the first one I watched, Fantastic Four from early 2000s, is amazing. It's amazing. I tried, like I said, I tried to watch it with a very critical lens the second time. And I'm gonna keep it real. The reason why, if you see anything, my lighting looks a little different. My town just had a blackout, and I had like 15 minutes left. But I already watched the first one already, like 3 days ago. I was just rewatching it, so I have like freaking lights right now and stuff. But anyways, yeah, I was like, yeah. I do have a lot of battery because I have a lot of battery powered stuff, so I'm good. I mean, they said they're gonna come back on in like maybe 3 hours or whatever. At 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever. But I'm good. But I'm doing this review because I was like, I'm just happy about this film, and I just have to do this review now. And also everything's quiet, so it's like I just feel like it's a good time to get my thoughts out. And the movie moves so well. Like I'm watching the movie and I'm like, why is it moving so well? Like it moves so well. Like they introduce the characters like pretty fast, but then they also, like I said, I was watching it the second time trying to find something wrong. Like I want to see, like I'm trying to be more critical. And when I'm watching, I'm like, I'm still smiling ear to ear. I'm like, I can't stop smiling because they're just introducing it so well. They start you off with Dr. Doom and Reed Richards and Ben Grimm. They start you off there, and then the way they weave the characters in, it's like perfect. And then they introduce Johnny. Like they introduced them well. Like I think by probably 9 to 10 minutes in, they're already going out of space. But not just how fast they do it, but they bring in the characters well by having them interact in ways we feel like, okay, that's what they mean to each other. So they bring all these characters in so well, so fast, and you're already on this journey with them, and you already see like what they mean to each other. You already have hints of, you know, Reed and Sue's kind of strained relationship, and you see Ben as a strong friend. Like there's a lot of character development, I think, because you get to, I feel everyone has bits of arc. The only one who doesn't really have like a true arc that really finishes, I would say, is Human Torch. Maybe until the second one, I gotta see if he starts being a little more mature by the second one, or like, you know, how anything changes with the character. But there's some arcs. Like you can see Reed and Sue. They're, you know, eventually Reed he starts acting more. He starts taking more charge, and really and starts seeing, like, you know, because he's thinking so much, he's analyzing so much. Like Sue's like, oh, it was easy for us to be together. The reason they broke up is because Reed didn't want to move in yet. He didn't want Sue to move in. And she's like, why? And he's like, because there were so many variables. And Sue's like, there weren't any variables. It was just you and me. And it's like, he sees so many things. So he's like, sometimes that gets in the way of the relationship. So by the end, you know, they patched that up. And then the Thing, obviously, you know, he's coming to terms with how he looks and stuff. Obviously, he finds the blind woman, I forgot her name, but they come together towards the end of the film, and that kind of helps him realize, you know, maybe this is just a new chapter of his life, you know what I mean, and him trying to embrace it and accept that a bit. But it is very heartbreaking. Like my like I almost felt like I teared up a little bit when he was trying to grab the ring off the floor, and like when his wife was like left him and stuff because how he looks, she didn't even try to talk to him. And I'm like, they really have this movie, I would say, it has a lot of heart. Like, it has so much heart. That's what I felt watching, and that's why I was watching it again. And it's just interesting to me because I'm like, I think if a movie has heart, then it's gonna survive. It's really gonna survive. It's gonna stand the test of time. If you watch it and you feel something like strong, like wow, like, and I think that heart really comes from the family, and their family is like, it's like a dysfunctional family, but that's most families. No family is like a cookie cutter family. The only thing that cookie cutter about any family is just the outside perception of looking at a family and saying, oh, that's a family you don't know, and being like, oh, they look perfect. But no family's perfect. Nobody's perfect. No one person in the world is perfect, so no family is going to be perfect. There's always going to be different dynamics, and someone who's a little hot-headed or someone, there's always something. Because when you're family, you're close quarters, and when you're close quarters, you're always going to butt heads at least at some point. So they butt heads, you know, it shows that they have to stay inside for a little bit because, you know, the paparazzi and stuff. So the family dynamics great. Yeah, so the family dynamics is great, and I think that's the biggest heart of the film. And I think the casting in this film is so good. Like, and one thing I was thinking about, I mean, you guys can let me know how you feel or if you think about this perception, but when I seen the Fantastic Four movie, because like I said, I'm trying to watch it the second time as a and through more of a critical lens, trying to really look at it as a film. And I'm like, the writing is good, everything is good, the story is flowing very well, and even the part on the bridge where, you know, Sue's taking off her clothes to go through the crowd. I was watching, I was like, okay, maybe I give him a flag off of that, but then they explain it. They're trying to have a distraction so they could get through the crowd. She creates the distraction. What's the name? Picks up the clothes. Boom. They move through the crowd. So I was like, all right, I forgive him for that. That's cool. And then Johnny, he gets his clothes burned off too. And he's running around like, so like they both kind of get it. They both, it's like a give and take. It's not just like one-sided, you know? So there's that. And what I was going to say as well, the heart, like I said, the heart is really with the family. And then Johnny is a big part of why I love this film. He's a big heart of the film as well. But Reed, gets to see Reed be really smart and do a lot of different things and use his power in a lot of various ways, you know, like saving the people on the bridge. He even got into a little fight with the Thing. He had to, you know, stretch around him, stuff like that. Like, this movie, you really get to see the Fantastic Four be the Fantastic Four. And I think, like, I'm trying my best not to make any comparison, just stay on this film alone, but I'm just saying, like, this film's called Fantastic Four, and you get to see them be. Like, you get to see them, like, even Sue's power, you get to see use her powers in different ways, too. And the only thing I could think about this film, like, if someone really wanted to say, like, oh, how? Is, like, maybe, like, how are they able to use their powers so quickly after just getting them and knowing how to do certain things? But I forgive them on that level because I'm like, some of the way they explore their powers, in the beginning is a lot of instincts. Like, Johnny sees a girl and the thing's about to blow up. He goes to protect her and shield her because he's just going to save her. He's just a good guy. But also, he knows that he has something to do with fire. So he goes to protect her. He might not know he's going to live, but he knew, I'm in a better position than her. So when that fire came, he was able to protect her. And he just did that. And then you have Reed. This guy falls off one of the firefights. He falls off. He's about to fall in the water. And when Reed stretches to grab him, he's probably like, I'm just going to go. He just instinctively, he's like, he's reacting, and his body's, he's doing it because he can do it now, you know? And then even Sue, when that big explosion happens, like, she's like, kind of like, but then her body takes over and creates a force field. So I give them credit for, you know, how they explain the first use of the big powers there. And then I would say moments. Like, when I watched this movie, like I said, the time flew so fast and it was perfect. And I'm like I said, it has a lot of heart, but also it has a lot of great moments. And this is the only time I'm really going to talk about the new Fantastic Four movie. And that is because in the new Fantastic Four movie, I think it has Trying to think about more than one. Trying to think about more than one. But it's really one. They really, in the new Fantastic Four movie, to me, they only really have one really, no, I'll say two. They have two really good moments in that whole film. And that's why I went to see that movie. I think I saw it 3 times now. The only reason I went to see that movie multiple times, and I did like that film, is because, and like I said, when I was done, I just felt like I was a little bit hungry. I wanted a little bit more from it. You know what I mean? I just wanted a little bit more in the bone from the actual Fantastic Four. I felt like they were just running the whole movie or whatever. And I wanted to see them really do something. But it's hard with the way they did the story structure and who they're really facing. So all I'm going to say is this. Two of the great moments in that film. The space sequence and the new Fantastic Four where they're getting chased and they're getting chased by Silver Surfer. That is one of the best scenes I've ever seen. Like, it's amazing because it's just great. It's great sci-fi. It's amazing. And then also when Silver Surfer's about to reach and she's about to go inside the tummy, like, and grab the baby, like, yo, that is like so thrilling. I love that scene. I want to see it again. Just thinking about it. I love that scene. That's the one great moment. Second great moment. It's very quick, but it's a very great moment to me. Is when Johnny Storm is about to sacrifice himself to save the baby, from Galactus. And this could be known as a spoiler, what I just said. So I'll say that. I said it already, but it's not, I mean, I'll put a little thing, maybe spoilers coming for it, maybe. But anyways, what I'm gonna say is this. When he does that, when he's going in for it, like, that's very thrilling. And that's a great Johnny moment. I love it. Other than those 2 moments, nothing to me is like a great moment of the film. Everything else is pretty just chill and it's a good movie. This Fantastic Four movie has multiple great moments. And I think a lot of great moments and writing as well. If you have decent writing but a lot of great moments, it can really create a great film and a great film experience. So that's how it felt. And when I name these great moments, in your mind, I'm sure you're going to remember them instantly and you're going to be like, okay, he has a point. There's a lot of great moments. 1, when Johnny gets his powers on this going snowboarding. Great moment. This is a great moment. And then we have, what's next? We have, there's more. There's a lot with Johnny. I'm not trying to say all the ones with Johnny, but there's a lot with Johnny, but that's the first one. And then, yeah, so like I'm saying, like, there's a lot of great moments. So we have the first one, when he gets his powers snowboarding. That's a great moment. And we have, I'll just do Johnny's because Johnny's is so amazing. Then we have the second one, when Johnny is doing the backflip and he's doing the dirt bike and he gets his powers. That's another great moment. And if you don't think it is, whatever. But if your mind has to go to that, when you think about it, you have to say, you don't have to, but just think great moments in movies. It automatically is there. You're like, oh, I can see it already. Great moment. And then even this is a small moments. But actually not as small moments, but I'll say small moments. When Reed gets his powers and he goes to grab the bottle when the wine thing falls off the table. That's a part where it's it's not a big grandiose thing, but it's a point in the movie where you're like, oh, like, wow, like, you feel like, whoa, like, to me, I feel like that was pretty cool moment. But if you don't want to count that out, don't count it, whatever. And then let's see, what's another moment? I will say, I was just talking about the bridge scene. The whole bridge scene when they're all getting their powers, using their powers. That's another great moment. That's another thrilling moment. So that's like 3 right there. If you don't want to count the getting the battle, that's 3 right there. And then you have also the ending battle where they're fighting Dr. Doom. Those are great moments. And another one is when Johnny's getting chased by the heat-seeking missile and he dodges that when he does his first flame on. Like, those are great moments. See, Johnny has a lot of goings, and Sue. That, like I said, that whole point at the end when they're fighting Dr. Doom and then Johnny has to go supernova and Sue is controlling the blast. They have so many great sequences and great moments. And what else? I know I'm just talking about that movie now because what I'm saying, it seems like I'm just telling stuff that happens in the movie, but they tie together a great freaking film. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, and then, I don't want to compare too much, but like I said, like, movies that have a lot of great moments, they can really have those great experiences and great films. And let's see. And I would say when Dr. Doom is actually being evil, when he's actually getting them, when he has freaking Reed and he has them attached to the freezer thing. He's talking about the science of what happens to rubber when you cool it. Like these are moments where like, actually no, I'll take that away. That's just something I thought was cool. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. That might really be it. That might be it. I might have messed up on that idea, but I do think they have a lot of great moments. Maybe not as much as I thought, but the movie's just a good movie in general. Let's see. I'm trying to think anything else, but you understand what I mean. Just a lot of great moments added to a great film. But anything else? Let me see. One more thing. Sue. I would say not another great moment or a great scene is when they're all stuck in the house and, you know, like Johnny puts gets shaving cream to go on things face. Like that whole time we get to see them like interacting as a family, being stuck in the house together and stuff. These are great scenes and great moments where it builds those characters together. So I think that's what some movies are missing, where they try to do all these things. And it's funny because most of those things do have effects and stuff in them, but I think it's not as big as what you think they would have to try to make it be right now. Like most of the movies, they put so much big effects and so much things, but it really ends up just coming down to the characters at the end of the day. Like I said, like some of my favorite moments is when they're stuck in the house and they're just, you know, these little hijinks going on with them stuff. Obviously, this little effects with the powers and stuff, but it's really the family connecting and talking in the kitchen and like, you know, these pieces, you know, like some of the best parts of even the new one is like even when they're just talking and they're, you know, but we don't get to see too much of that. But I understand it's not an origin story, but I'm just saying like I try to watch it as critical as I can, and I've tried to see if there's I really was trying to see what's wrong with it. Like I know it's not what you're supposed to, but I was really watching like, okay, show me what's wrong. But I just kept smiling the whole time because the family dynamic makes me laugh. And I'm like, I love these characters. I really love these characters. I love Ben. The casting is great. I love Reed. Like, and then the Thing, Age is great. To me, Age is great. I'm watching the Thing and the Thing looks better. He looks the best Thing we ever had, the way he looks. Okay, now I remember the main crux of everything I wanted to say. I never read any Fantastic Four comics. Never knew any real things about the Fantastic Four. So the only thing I knew about Fantastic Four before watching the movie was that I played Marvel's Alliance or Alliance. Is that what it's called? Marvel's Alliance? Alliance. I think it's called Marvel's Alliance. I played a video game that had them in it, and that was it. That's all I don't know. I just played them. I knew those Human Torch, whatever. The point is, I had no real knowledge of Fantastic Four going into the 2000s Fantastic Four movie. And I wonder, is that why I love it? Is it because I'm so detached? I just take it as a movie. I'm not looking at it from, like, Spider-Man is my favorite. I love Spider-Man. So if I knew Spider-Man, I know so much about Spider-Man that if I see a new Spider-Man movie, I might be judging it from a different lens, but I still love Spider-Man. So that's what I'm thinking about right now. But I think it does matter. I think it does affect my viewing experience, and maybe that's why I love it so much. And I'm curious to see if people who haven't, if Fantastic Four, the movie, the one I'm talking about right now, if this was your first experience with Fantastic Four, how did you view it? You can leave it in the comments if you really loved it. And if you went in blind like I did, maybe that's why we love it. Maybe that's why there's a lot of people who loved those movies. And I do think it makes a difference because I have read the Injustice comics and they made an Injustice animated movie. And to me, when I watch that movie, I'm disappointed. It's a good movie, but it took a long time for me to even say it's a good movie. Like, cause I try to, there's so much they do in the Injustice comics. Injustice should not be one movie. It needs to be like 3 movies or 4 movies or even 6 movies. There's so much they could do with it, but they didn't do it. So yeah, I think it does matter. And to end that off, to end that point. But other than that, I would like to say, I still love it. And I'm excited to watch part 2 once my power comes back on. And I finished the last 15 minutes of the first one. I already watched it a couple days ago, like I said. I mean, like I said, I try to find what's wrong, but I can't. I love it. I don't know if that makes me crazy or what, but this is the best Fantastic Four movie they ever made. Like, bro, this is 5 out of 5 stars, bro. I'm not, I love it, man. I love these characters. I love these characters and I love how they're portrayed. I love the way the movie makes me feel. Like, I watch it and I feel the heart of the film. That's why I love the new Superman movie. I had so much heart. I had so much heart. I went into the new Superman movie like this, sour face. I was like, I love Henry Cavill and I love Man of Steel. So I went into that movie like this. Let's see. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Bro, I was smiling the whole freaking movie after the first 5 minutes when he did that first fly up and you seen his chest. And I was like, yo, this movie is giving me heart. Like, I felt the heart of Superman. I felt the hope. I felt the, jeez Louise, bro. I can't believe how much I love that movie. And it's because of the heart. And I think it has a lot of key great moments. So I think that's just what it is, what it came down to for me. So that's what it is. Here I am. This is my review. Shoot, man. And Stage Your Know the Name. Spread love and light. And how are we going to sign off? We are going to go invisible. In 5, 4,